Hey, good evening, guys. As promised, coming to you live from the Hanson Center. I actually snuck in. My key card still got me in. I know we're not supposed to be in here, but I wanted to. It's a long day, and I said I got to get some shots, get a little exercise, and I just kept shooting and making them. It gets old after a while. It just very boring and monotonous for a sharpshooter like myself. So don't let anybody know that I'm up here, but it's kind of cool. I just flipped on the lights and got a little workout. So that being said, as promised, I wanted to get back to you and said I'd have it to you by midnight, and we're getting close to that. But just a quick overview of what we're going to be looking at. I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll take a quick look at Moodle, just kind of how it's going to be adjusted and adapted. And I have this week's material planned out and prepared and in Moodle. And then as we go through the week, I should be able to load some additional, the additional weeks. So hopefully we'll get through most of those this week. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. I do have, I'll show you here. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. I think I'm going to move me over because when I get to Moodle, there we go. Actually, I'm going to change my role real quick to student. So you see what, or I'm seeing here what, or we're looking at here what you guys would see. Just kind of run down through this real quick. Announcements, I'll continue to use that just like I have been. Topic presentations, we'll talk about that here real quick. 3 of you have done it and 5 of you have not, or 6 of you have not, whatever that is. 6, yeah. And basically, we're going to have to adapt those instead of, obviously, we won't be in the classroom. So, and I'm not going to put a deadline on this. I just need to have them submitted by the end of the semester, which would be in that May 1 window. I think that's the Friday before exams. So, and just going to ask you to put together minimum of 3 slides in a PowerPoint or Google slide, and then record kind of your presentation. We obviously won't have the opportunity to ask questions and so forth, but given that we have some people having done it already and it's a part of our grade, I think in fairness to them, we will have you guys continue to do those. And again, not crazy long. I have here 3 to 4 minutes. I'll say at least 3 slides and kind of talk us through your subject and just enlighten us a little bit and how it applies and how it relates to ethics as we think about the world of sport. So that's the one piece, topic presentations. Class syllabus, I've not adapted or changed anything in it. All of our university policies and so forth will remain the same. There's a forum here that the university's posted on COVID-19, linked to My Cornerstone, which is, I think, their avenue to communicate out. And then here's my virtual office hours. You can see, if you click on this link, it will take you to Zoom, and I'll be online during these hours. And if you have questions, you're more than welcome to pop in and chat with me, and we could have a conversation if that's helpful. Or you can always email me as well. And I've got my phone number there, and it wouldn't be my preferred, but I definitely am open to having you call me if it's something that's relatively time sensitive and so forth. Moving down, this is the folder, and you should be aware of this because you've got to do this for all classes. Questions to be answered, this short video, assuming you've watched that or can watch it once. And it's a couple of questions for the university. I added a resource folder, and this is the PowerPoint notes, and I'll continue to populate that. I'm also trying to contain all of the material for each week within the week. So it's a little bit of a change from the running log that I like to keep, but we're going to try to, since we're doing this differently, and all of the activities in theory should fall within the week each week. And I would encourage that. I'm not putting hard deadlines on things, but I definitely would encourage you to, strongly encourage you to get the work done during the week for each week, and you don't want to let that compile. And class resources, you can, I don't think there's a whole lot there, I think. Yeah, the journal rubric, and I think we do have another faith and sport response, and then that was the study guide for that. So not a whole lot there. So moving down the line, and then when you do your topic presentation, if you would upload it here, you can see, I think, I don't know why it says that. Hopefully that's not an issue. But the 3 that have gone have already uploaded, and you can just put a link in there for your, maybe I said it, but to use Loom would probably be the easiest way to do that. But any way that you can screencast is fine with me. So here we are. This is this week, and this will be the format that you'll see each week. An overview of kind of what's going on that week, and then objectives and learning activities. And you'll see a connection in hopefully you'll see the connection between the objectives and these activities. We want you to know that they should be tied together. So for this week, there's a survey that, here's the objectives, and you can read down through that. Closing the loop, actually let's revisit this. Closing the loop on previous assignments, topic presentations we just talked about. My Sport Manifesto, that's kind of our big end of semester culmination activity, paper and presentation, and we will spend some time on that in the days ahead. We can talk through that a little bit more specifically. I dropped the big case study project that was in the syllabus. We've done some case studies, and we'll continue to do some smaller ones as we go through. We even have one this week, but as far as the big category, I think that was a 20% part of your grade. I have dropped that. And then the Faith and Sport Journal, let's just, while I'm talking about it, let's see, for sure, let's see, I can't remember if we got through this one or not. You know what, I'm seeing this as a student, so it's hard for me to tell if anybody's turned this in yet or not, but we will continue to press into those through the semester. And they will be under the running log, which is down at the bottom down here. And let's see. So I think we've done 1, 2, and 3. And again, our dates are all jacked up because of the last week or so. But feel like, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but I don't think we've done 4 and 5 yet. And then My Sport Manifesto, that date will be moved. We're going to move that to the end of the semester. I will fix that. And then we had that questionnaire that I'm going to have you do, final exam. Manifesto presentations will be tied into your paper, and that too will be a Loom presentation. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. All right, so back up to this, objectives. We kind of talked through this. These are kind of the key points for the week, making sure that you do the reading from chapter 6. And then these are the 4 bullet points of content areas, objectives that we're going to talk through. I will typically record a short lecture each week, maybe 2, try to keep those at about 10 minutes or whatever. They won't be very long. This week I do not have that. We're going to do it a little bit differently, but there's a survey that we're asking all of the business students to do, and then here are the learning activities. Read chapter 6. I've uploaded the PowerPoint, and you can see here is the PowerPoint. There's a quiz, and that's open book, open note, open resource, and you can click on it right there. And then I have a short, it's not really short actually, a case study I want you to read through relative to this week's content in chapter 6 on employment law. And I think that's about a 5-page read, and then some questions like we've done in the past. And then I've got an article response on sexual harassment and equality, kind of an interesting one that is not a long assignment, but just want you to respond to, I think, 3 or 4 questions, and those are all in there. My goal, again, is to tie objectives to learning activities, and then keeping in order the assignment turn-ins underneath that, so they're not all jumbled up. So you should see a correlation in the order from here to down here and objectives to these, if that makes sense. And then, as I said, through the rest of the week, I'll keep working to fill content in here. All right. So that's kind of the quick, I'm going to go back to my role. But that'll give you a sense of what we're looking at, and trust that that makes sense. And again, virtual office hours, if you have any questions, you can pop in, or if you want to email me, then that's fine too. And trust you're doing well. Miss seeing you guys, and but am looking forward to trying this new way of doing things. So let me know if you have questions. God bless, and we will talk with you soon. Take care.